Very good. So now that's the update for Challenge 2 today. Very, very challenging day, frankly. Lots of whipsaw action for traders. Everybody's just trying to kind of survive the risk. Let's find out what's going on ahead of this big holiday weekend. Dave said exactly that we are going to have kind of a big holiday weekend. Very likely trading is going to come to a grinding halt, maybe by around noon New York, which is the end of European trade as well. But still, there are going to be, market open. There's going to be some jockeying. There's still going to be a little bit of positioning. Looking at the market right now, knowing what you know about the data from the non-farm payrolls, what do you think the best trade for the rest of the day lies? I'm going to ask Dave first and see what he's going to be able to come up with as far as on his instrument set. What's on your board looks most attractive from a technical and a fundamental point of view?
Given what Blake was doing as kind of a proxy for an oil trade, and if we want to keep it FX centric here, we could do the same exact type of a trade setup. We could go long dollar NOK, which of course is a kind of a proxy on oil, very similar to dollar CAD. So, using this pullback in the dollar as a way to kind of pick it up on the cheap, I think dollar NOK probably makes a little bit of sense down here.
Okay. So
it's so funny, Dave. I actually have the chart up on my screen. That's I was just looking at that, and yeah. So he stole my thunder. That's cool. I like it. No. Hey, look, I agree with Dave. So go ahead, Dave.
Yeah. So go long here. We're 863.30 right now. Go long. Okay. I think that'll be a good trade into the weekend and into next week because I still think the dollar's got more legs to the upside and oil to the downside. So
dollar. Would you like to just for our producers information, where would you put a stop there? Since this is a relatively, you're going to be willing to hold this for a while. You want to give yourself a little breathing room.
Again, this might be a trade, obviously, for the trading challenge, and we're just trying to guess by the end of the day. But I've got pretty high conviction on lower oil and stronger dollar. So I'd have to see something around 854.
Let's see how high conviction you really have. You're going to go just one lot, or are you going to really step up and become a man?
I would probably put on 5 lots here. Put a stop at 854.
Okay. All right. So here we go. So Dave is not only going dollar NOK long, but he's getting large. He's going to go 5 lots, and he's put a stop at 54, and so that will be his final idea for the day in a trading battle. And now we're going to turn our attention to Blake to see what he can pull out of his hat as his final great trade idea.
Well, Dave, I'm going to say that you kind of stole my trade because the reason why I love the NOK is and I agree with everything you're saying, by the way. The reason why I love it is it's challenging this 200-day moving average. We came out of a descending wedge.
Can you do us a favor and just share it? Because we'd love to see what you're seeing on the screen.
I thought I'm still sharing the screen here. So we came out of a descending wedge. Which is bullish. We challenged the 200-day moving average just a couple of weeks ago. We're back at it the last 2 nights, today and last night. We were challenging it. I think a break above 870 is hugely bullish for the U.S. dollar, Norwegian krona. So I love it. So with that being said, I'm just going to have to add to my dollar Canadian, and I'm going to have to put on a couple more lots with the dollar CAD.
There we go. You're really liking that trade. That's great.
Blake, there's no reason why you couldn't do the dollar NOK trade, and whoever wins is the one who position sizes properly.
Well, I'm going long 20 lots. I'm just kidding.
There you go. So you win by default if your forecast is correct.
Too aggressive for my taste, but you know what? I actually think the dollar Canadian. I think that's also a great trade. As long as we stay above 123, I would say 123.35. So we continue to make higher highs, and we don't breach this little previous breakout point. I think adding a couple lots here is a reasonable trade.